2000 from Bucharest, won by one of the competitors here today, Janne Virtanen of Finland. There are the competitors being introduced to us by the MC. And there's the local boy, Daniel Stancu of Romania. Peter Baltus of the Netherlands. Rennie Minkfits of Denmark. Sven Carlsen, Norway. Big show off that man. And the world champion, Janne Virtanen of Finland. 30 metres, they have a maximum time of 75 seconds to do it. And those trucks weigh about 18 tonnes. This is Daniel Stancu of Romania. A bodyguard. He loves pets, apparently. He owns his own pit bull. And he's nearly there, nearly crossing the 30-metre line. Come on. And it took him 50.46 seconds to pull a 16-ton truck 30 metres. Now, this is Bernd Kirschbaumer of Austria. 34 years old, 135 kilos. The Austrian World's Strongest Man winner this year. Also Austrian powerlifting champion. And he was in South Africa in that competition that the Finn Virtanen won. And there he is. Kirschbaumer, 45.06 seconds. That puts him into first place. Rennie Minkfits of Denmark. Off he goes. Veins bulging as he pulls away. 34 years old, 150 kilos. Denmark's World's Strongest Man this year and last year. And 9th in South Africa, Rennie Minkfits. Here he goes, nearly there. 16 tons he's pulling. And over we are, there goes the whistle, 40.31 seconds. And that puts him into first place. It's just the first event of 6 here today. Janne Virtanen of Finland, the world champion. Pulling away. Showing excellent technique. Almost looks like a Marvel comic figure, that last shot. And that's good. 37.51 seconds. He moves into first by 3 seconds. Excellent work from the Finn. Whose hobby is ice hockey. Now, this is Magnus Samuelsson, 29 years old, 134 kilos, nearly 2 meters tall, from Sweden. Farmer from Sweden. Samuelsson, son of Samuel. My wife's just given birth to a baby last week and we've called him Samuel, so maybe he'll grow up to be a strongest man too. Congratulations to her, by the way, Louisa. And here goes Mr. Samuelsson, yanking away. And he's over, there goes the whistle, 36.9 seconds. Half a second faster than Virtanen. He moves into first. Good work from the Swede. Flexing his muscles, letting us know who's strongest now. Peter Baltus of the Netherlands. He too was in South Africa. Once the Powerlifting World Juniors champion. The Netherlands powerlifting champion in 2000, but only their 2nd place in the Netherlands World's Strongest Man competition. And it's nearly over, and that's a... Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong line. Looking red in the face, come on, pull on that rope, over you go, and 40.26 seconds, that is 0.05 of a second faster than Mink Fitz, and that's enough to put Baltus into third position. Now, Sven Karlsen of Norway. As I'm sure we'll see today, he's a big showman, this man. And there he goes, yanking away. You see, he looks a bigger man than Virtanen, but he doesn't have such good technique. All the same, this is a good pull from him. Building up some speed here as he goes over the line. And 40.4 seconds. And he just loses out to Mink Fitz, so he moves into fifth place. And between third, fourth and fifth, there was just a 1400th of a second, golly. Now, Regin Vagadal, the seaman from the Faroe Islands. Doing well ever since the Faroe Islands began the World's Strongest Man competitions in 1994. This man has always been the strongest. That's quite a claim. And 45.28, so a 5 seconds behind Karlsen, who went just before him. That leaves him in 7th place. And the winner of the truck bull was Magnus Samuelsson, with Virtanen in 2nd. The next event, the log lift. And there goes Daniel Stancu of Romania. Inside that metallic cylinder is 100 kilos of weight. They have to lift it above their heads and extend their arms for as long as the referees are happy. And Stancu managed that pretty easily. That's the Austrian Kirschbaumer, and he manages 102. The other strongest men haven't come in yet. 95 kilos is the minimum. Here's Stancu trying for 110. Oh, no, the referee doesn't accept that. Nearly. He's all shivering. Go on, Stancu. No. He's not going to make it. So Daniel Stancu doesn't lift a 110, and that leaves him in last position in this event as well. Now, this is the man, Vagadal, from the Faroe Islands, lifting 115 kilos. That's practically his own body weight, which is 130 kilos above his head. Vagadal for 120 kilos. Oh, not quite. Here he goes again. On, no. Never mind. So, 7th place for Vagadal, unless Kirschbaumer fails to lift this. For 120 kilos, he's got to extend his arms above his head. And he manages it fairly comfortable and looks pleased about it. Karlsen of Norway. Easy as pie. So he manages 120. This is Mink Fitz of Denmark, also for 120. You'll see the other competitors coming in now at this weight. Yeah, no problem for him. This is Peter Baltus of the Netherlands, 28 years old, 145 kilos. Lifting a mere 120 kilos above his head, no problem. Virtanen of Finland. Janne Virtanen, the world champion. Compared to the other men, he looks actually quite thin, but I'm sure if you met him, he'd get an idea of how big he is. He manages that, the Graham Hick look-alike. And Magnus Samuelsson, currently in first place, the Swede, trying for 120 kilograms. And no problem for him. We're going to take a quick break. After that, you'll see these boys try and lift 130 kilos. Join us then.
This is a computer. It has email, right? And it gets you on the internet too, yeah? But is it mobile? Well, the start of the mobile internet revolution is here with the Ericsson R380. Welcome to the future.
Hakkinen finally finished first, only to be disqualified. Marcus Gronholm took the win, and Peugeot took the manufacturer's title. That was Australia. Now for Great Britain. And from Friday night, Richard Burns has to win to have any chance of stopping Gronholm from taking his first World Championship. The Rally of Great Britain from Friday, every night at 9:45 and Monday at 9 on British Eurosport.
With Ford and Valvoline driving the world.
Welcome back. This is the world's strongest man from Bucharest, the Romanian Grand Prix. You're watching the Hercules hold, and Rennie Minkfitz of Denmark, lying in first place overall at the moment. Holding those two cars, which are on an incline. They'll drop down as soon as he lets go. He's straining and he's gone. 36.69 seconds, third place in this event for Minkfitz. So there are the standings for this event. Samuelsson takes it from Virtanen and Minkfitz. Carlsen fourth, Baltus fifth, Stanku sixth. Good for him. And Kirschbaumer of Austria in seventh place. Vagadal has dropped out, presumably with an injury. You may remember in the wheel flip he did well, but just suddenly stopped. Now, this next event is the Atlas Stones. Now, what happens in this event is you will see these big round stones that there are 1, 2, 3, 5 of them, and they have to lift those stones and place them, not drop them or roll them onto those barrels. I stress they're not allowed to place them or roll them. Now, that first stone weighs 120 kilos, and this is Daniel Puiu Stancu, nicknamed Mudava, the 26-year-old rookie Romanian, 120 kilos, 1.80 meters, the bodyguard. Can he get it up? Go on. No, he can't. This is his first ever strongest man event. Well done. There's your first one. Well done. He's not bothering to try and lift anymore. So he was able to lift the 120 kilo weight. Now, this is the Austrian Bernd Kirschbaumer. It's 120 kilos of stone. Places that on top of the barrel, no problem. This next stone weighs 130 kilos. Struggling a bit. Go on. Well done. This third stone is 140 kilos. At least there's the compensation that it's slightly nearer to the barrel. He looks like he's struggling. He's not going to make that. You've got... You can tell he needs, his strength is gone. You need to be right underneath it to get it up. On. Deep breath. Recuperate and... nearly though. Try again. Fastest man to get all 5 stones on is the winner. There's a maximum time of 90 seconds, and Kirschbaumer makes 2 stones, not a third. And he made those 2 stones in 22.82 seconds for the record. Now, Peter Bultus of the Netherlands, here he goes. 120 kilos on, no problem. 130 kilos on, no problem. 140, up we go. On, well done, no problem. 140. Well done. A little bit of a throw there. He did a sort of belly, sort of lobbed it on with his belly, but he's got away with it. Now, this is 180 kilos, and in real terms it's heavier than 180 kilos because they've just lifted 120, 130, 140, 160 first, so the arms have gone. What I'm saying is he might have been able to do it had he not had to lift those other weights first. He can't do it. Is he going to make another attempt? Yes, he is. The MC calls for applause. And he's run out of time. So, 4 stones for Bultus, and that's enough to put him into first place at the moment. There is the world's strongest man, Jani Virtanen of Finland. But this is the man who is winning, Magnus Samuelsson of Norway. No, it's not. It's Sven Carlsen. I beg your pardon. It's all going pear-shaped in the commentary booth. So Carlsen manages 120. That's 130 kilos. That stone's 140 kilos. That's about twice my body weight. The 4th stone is 160 kilos, so that's a 20-kilo jump. The blonde bombshell, go on, and well done to Carlsen. You did that in 37.88 seconds. You're ahead of Bultus, and he's not even bothering to try and lift the 5th stone. He's in first place. Well done, Sven Carlsen. Virtanen of Finland, currently lying in 2nd. 120, no problem. He's running, he looks like he means business in this one. 130, no problem. 140. I think he realises that if you get the first, so far no one's looked close to lifting that 5th stone, so if you can get the 4 stones on in the quickest time, you stand a chance of winning. Here he goes. Goes for the 5th stone. 1 up. Ooh, it's going to be close. I don't think he looks like he's just on. No. Oh. Gone. No, it slipped out of his grasp. Oh, imagine dropping that on your toe. He accepts defeat, Vatanen, but he is in first place in this event at the moment. But there is still this man, René Minks of Denmark. 2 stones for him. Third stone up, well done. 4th stone. Oh, he's struggling. MC calls for applause, and no. That's the 4th stone. Have another go. 1. Oh, he's crouching right down, using that powerlifting technique we saw in the log lift. Oh, doesn't make it. So that puts the Dane in 4th place. Just one more competitor, Magnus Samuelsson, overall first place winner. 120 on quickly. Oops. 130. 140. 160. He is running slower than Vatanen. He's running slower than Vatanen, so to beat Vatanen and take first place in this event, he has to lift the last one on. Does a quick hand high five with Carlsen. 180 kilos. Well, he's already the overall winner. Samuelsson is the champion. He's not even bothering to try. Well, he tried politely, a sort of polite attempt. Samuelsson is the winner. Those biceps are the reason why. And the Romanian Grand Prix 2000 is his. There's the standings for the Atlas Stones. Janne Virtanen took it. Samuelsson, with a 2nd, did enough to take the overall championship. The winner gets to have a kiss from her. And there is the winner, Magnus Samuelsson from Vatanen, Finland. And a little prize, a sort of wooden spoon, really, for Daniel Stanku, who was last. But it was his first event. A local boy, the rookie. There's the showman, the Norwegian, Sven Carlsen, 4th for him. He looks happy. There's René Minks, the Dane, 36.5 points, 3rd for him. And a little trophy. The world champion, Janne Virtanen of Finland, 39.5 points for him, and a hug. And the winner, Magnus Samuelsson, the Sweden, 41 points. Handshakes all round. He gets handed the trophy. A nice kiss. And the girls get lifted, and here is Magnus Samuelsson.
I'm very happy, I'm very pleased. I did not have so big expectations for today because I've been very tired from all competitions lately. So I was, as I said, I did not have so big hopes for today, especially when you compete against Sven and Janne and all these other big names, René. You know, most of the times you need to get everything right to have a chance. And today, luckily, everything went my way. I must say it was a very hard competition with tough events. And also I must give credit for the promoters. They have made a competition with a lot of different events. Some events for upper body, some events for lower back and so on. So I think it was a very complete competition. And I must say it was one of the better this year. I think the most difficult event was this carry and drag. The carry and drag was very, very hard, and I was totally wrecked after that event, and it took me a while to recover. So when we did the tire flip, which were the next event, I had no power whatsoever in my legs, and I was thinking this is going to be a long afternoon, but lucky the power came back again.
Congratulations to Magnus Samuelsson, Romanian Grand Prix 2000 champion. And congratulations also to my wife Louisa, who 2 days ago gave birth to our son Samuel. If he grows up to be half as strong as Samuelsson, I'll be a very happy man. I've been Dominic Frisby.
Some wonderfully testing events, some very strong